So what if I told you that creativity isn't some magical gift for a lucky few, but actually a skill? Something anyone can learn. Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today, this powerful idea of the creativity skill.
Let's just jump right in with a big question, one that kind of goes against everything we're taught. Is there really only one way to solve a problem? I mean, think about it. From school all the way through our careers, we're constantly pushed to find the single right answer. But what if that's the very thing that's been holding us back?
The answer to that question, well, it requires a huge shift in our thinking. It's time to reframe how we look at this whole thing and realize that coming up with new solutions isn't magic, it's more like a muscle. And that brings us right to the core of this whole explainer, seeing creativity as a skill.
For so long, we've been sold this myth, right? That you're either born creative or you're not. But the truth is so much more empowering. Creativity isn't a talent, it's a skill. And just like any other skill, whether it's coding or playing the guitar or even cooking, it can be learned, it can be practiced, and yeah, you can master it. Okay, but let's be real here. This isn't some quick fix. As the source material says, developing this skill requires extensive work by learners. This is all about putting in the time and the practice. It's a journey, not some overnight switch you can flip. So, if it's a skill and it takes work, what does that work actually look like? How in the world do you practice creativity? Well, the answer lies in a really practical, structured method, what's called the hybrid learning path. This is basically the how-to part of our journey.
And listen, this isn't about just sitting back and passively watching a lecture. Not at all. The method is this really active cycle. You start by reading to soak up new ideas and frameworks. Then you move on to writing to get your own thoughts down on paper. After that, you jump into discussions to challenge your ideas and get feedback. And finally, you put it all into practice with very specific exercises designed to build up those creative muscles. The really cool thing is that this learning isn't just stuck behind a screen. It's a hybrid approach connecting the theory with real-world practice. So you might learn about a new problem-solving technique online in the morning and then, boom, you're actually applying it to a real project at work that very afternoon. It's all about taking that knowledge and making it active.
All right, so you commit to the work, you follow this path, but what's the end game? What's the big reward? Turns out it's way more profound than you might think. This isn't just about getting better at your job. It leads to something much, much deeper, what the source calls the unforeseen transformation. And I know, all this talk about work can sound a little intimidating, but even though it takes effort, the process itself is actually designed to be engaging. The goal isn't stress or boring memorization. The goal is to have fun with it. It's about exploring your own mind in a way that feels playful and genuinely rewarding. And this leads us to the ultimate payoff, which is just captured so perfectly in this quote. This journey will change you in ways you do not foresee, but ways which are valuable. See, it's about more than just becoming a better problem solver. It's a fundamental shift in how you see the world. And that leads to some really incredible, unexpected personal growth.
So, we've seen that creativity isn't some mystical gift. It's a practical skill you can actually develop. We've looked at a path for how to learn it, and we've discovered just how transformative it can be. Really, the only question left is the one you see right here. What's the first step on your creative journey?